आप सभी का इस योगा सेशन में स्वागत है। मैं गिरीश तेरे आज से MD और मोरारजी देसाई नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ योगा का योगा कैंप स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ। आप सब मुझसे जुड़े इसके धन्यवाद। Let's begin. All of you sit straight, erect your spine, head should be straight, no movements of the body. Sit in any comfortable position. You can, if you possible, you can sit in Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, Swastikasana, Sukhasana, in any position. Open your eyes gently. Close your eyes gently. We shall do inhalation, exhalation 3 times. Inhale, exhale, again inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. Shall start with prayer. Hands in Jnana Mudra or in Namaskar position like this. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmain Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now we shall chant Patanjali prayer. Om Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopat Karottam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjali Ranatosmi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Join your hands. Rub your palms. Put palms on face. Gently massage your face and open your eyes slowly. Smile. So let's begin our session today. We have to repeat our Sukshma Vyams which we have studied yesterday. So let's start Sukshma Vyams. So all of you, please stand up now. Come into standing position. First, we have to perform Kriya Shakti Vikasa Kriya. So, stand straight. While inhaling, you have to keep your head down. While exhaling, head up. So movement should be very slow. Control movements. Do it with enthusiasm. You have to do it 3 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now Kriya number 2, Greva Shakti Vikasa Kriya number 2. You have to lift your, you have to rotate your neck to the left side. Bend neck to the left side. Bring center, again at the right, center. Left, center, right, center. Next, we have to rotate neck. You have to rotate neck very slowly. First, bring your neck down. While inhaling, the halfway will do inhaling, halfway will do exhaling. So from left to right, halfway inhaling, halfway exhaling. And afterwards, again we have to start rotating neck from right to the left in reverse direction. Half inhalation, half exhalation. So I'll demonstrate it first. Observe me. Got it? So please start. Rotate your neck very slowly, slow movements. Perform inhalation, exhalation accordingly. From left to right and then from right to left. Request all of you to start your video. Please put your camera on. Camera should be on. Let me watch what you are doing. It's important. All of you make your camera on. Thank you. Sakshi ji, switch on your camera. Video should be on. Next, we have to start with the hand Sukshma Vayam. We require this Sukshma so that we can energize our body. For warm up, it is required. So before performing asana, we must perform warm ups. So our ligaments, joint must be energized, must be warm up so that there will not be any injury. So to avoid injuries, performation of this Sukshma Vayam and then Sthula Vayam is important. So we'll perform now Bhujavalli Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Instead of performing it with one hand, yesterday we did it with single-handed first, and then afterwards we did perform it with both-handed. Today we shall perform together Bhujavalli Shakti Vikasa final kriya, that is with both hands. So I'll demonstrate you first, and then we shall do it together. So please watch. But stand straight. While inhaling, you have to keep your hands up and then hands down. Correct? So it should be rhythmic, movement should be rhythmic. So like this, we'll do it for 20 counts. So please, all of you start along with me. 20 counts we shall perform. Stop. Stop. Now we shall perform Purna Bhujavalli Shakti Vikasa Kriya. So for this, we have to first keep our fist in Adi Mudra. This is Adi Mudra. Thumb inside, and you have to make a fist of your hand. So both hands in Adi Mudra. We shall do it with both hands together. First from bottom to up in this way, and then afterwards up to top to bottom. First bottom to up with both hands. Remember the procedure? I'll demonstrate it first. Yesterday we did it. Again, I'm demonstrating it. First, you have to bring hand in this way. You have to inhale fully, and while retaining your breath, you have to start rotating your hands. You should not accelerate. So, while in that inhale procedure, when breath is inside, when it is locked in your lungs, you rotate your hands 3 times, 4 times. Today we will do it for 5 times. After 5 rotations, you have to exhale. So please watch. I am demonstrating it first. So after 5 rotations, you have to exhale it forcefully, the breath. So you can exhale it out forcefully. So let's start. Take long breath, inhale, and start rotation. You do it 5 times. Now in the reverse direction. Good. Next, we have to understand Anguli Shakti Vikasa Kriya. So we had did it yesterday. Again, I am demonstrating it. Anguli Shakti Vikasa Kriya. It is exercise for our joints so that fingers will be function properly. You have to bring hand in this way and pattern your finger. जैसे कि आपने कुछ हाथ में पकड़ के रखा है वैसे hold it. Breathe normally. Release. Next, we'll do the same thing, but now hands will be close to the chest in this way. Release. Let's do one more kriya, that is Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa Kriya. It will increase the power of your lungs. So now for this particular days, the pandemic days, our lung functionality should be increased properly. So this particular kriya gives more strength to our lungs and heart so that we can retain more breath. So let's understand how to perform this Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa Kriya. You have to keep hands in this way. While inhaling, you have to bring your hands at the top and you have to bend it with your upper back. Don't bend fully like this. No. You have to just bend little bit through your upper back. I'll demonstrate it once again. While inhaling, you have to bring your hands up and open your chest fully. Chest should be open fully and bend back. So when you little bit bend back, your chest will be open. Then while exhaling, come down. So all of you do it now. Please perform. Please perform Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Hold it for 2-3 breaths and then bring hands down. Now let's watch next Shakti Vikasa Kriya number 2. I'll perform it first. Please watch. So while inhaling, you have to keep your hands up, rotate your hands, go back so that your chest is open now fully. You should retain in this particular position for a while. Hold your breath and then bring your hands. While exhaling, you have to bring your hands back. Once again, I shall demonstrate. Please observe. So here inhalation and exhalation is important. So while inhaling, you have to bring your hands up, then rotate hands, go back. Afterwards, your hand should be like in this position. At this time, your chest is fully open. So you will retain your breath inside. Now, while exhaling, you have to bring your hand from top, rotate your hand, and then come at the normal position. Please do this now. Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Little bit you have to bend. Try to open your chest fully. So start now. Many cameras are still, started your camera. Please start your camera. It's very important. Okay. Now we shall perform yogic Stula Vyayam. Stula Vyayam are required to warm up your body properly so that you will be in position to perform asana. So we shall practice Nrutagati or engine dog. So how it has to be performed? Yesterday I have demonstrated it. We bring hand in this position, right leg back, right hand first. Now while jumping, you have to change your position like this. Again, change position. So you have to repeat this at least for 15 seconds. I'll demonstrate it. Just observe me. Now you will try to bring your toes should touch to your hip. So try to bring your leg as much as you can at the back side, and this leg should not come forward. That is not allowed. So only this movement is allowed, and hands only this movement is allowed. So hand should not go beyond the body, only up to here. Correct? So let's do this Hrudagati for 15 seconds. Please take position. Perform it slowly with as much as correction you can. Start. Stop. Stop. Take a breath. Relax. Now start it once again. Start it once again. Do it for 10 seconds. Do it for 10 seconds. Bring your legs back as much as you can. hands to the parallel of your shoulder. Hand should not move above this. No, this is not allowed. Only up to this level. So movement of hands will be like this. It should not go above. So like this, and leg movement should be like this. So try to bring your leg as much as you can, and this we have to do it for 1 minute, but that we shall perform slowly. We shall start Surya Namaskar practice after a week time. So let's practice standing asanas. So we shall perform Tadasana. For Tadasana, Tad means palm tree. So our body resembles like a palm tree. That's why name for this asana is Tadasana. This asana, we have to practice it as per descriptions given in many yoga books. But this asana is not described in standard text of Gyanendra Samhita or Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So परंपरा से आए हुए ये आसन है. In Tadasana, I'll demonstrate it first. You have to bring your hands front, rotate your palm out, then bring your palms on the top of the head, and stretch your hands as much as you can. Once you think that you can't stretch beyond, afterwards you have to take your heels up. Be in this position for 5 seconds, for 2-3 breaths, and then while exhaling, come down. Then hands, while exhaling, keep hands down. So while inhaling, you have to bring your foot up. While exhaling, you have to put feet back as well as hands back. Now there are many benefits of this Tadasana. Tadasana से बच्चों की height बढ़ती है. It's a balancing procedure, so it helps us improving our balance. Body posture अच्छा होता है. So if some people, if they have bad postures while walking or while standing, that can be improved by practicing Tadasana. Tadasana से हमारे leg muscles को strength आती है, hip muscles में strength आती है. So these are the benefits of Tadasana. Who should not do Tadasana? If you are suffering from vertigo or low blood pressure, then you should not perform Tadasana. Otherwise, everyone can perform Tadasana. So let's practice. Come in starting position, alert posture. Now, while you have to bring hands in this position. So bring hand palms in this front position. Now, while inhaling, bring hands on the top, stretch them as much as you can, and raise your toes. You can concentrate on one point so that balance can be made. Remain in this posture for 5 seconds. Good. Now, while exhaling, bring his hand down from the side slowly and come down. If you are losing balance initially, that's okay, but after practice you can do it for longer time. आपको balance position में रहने के लिए, what you can do is you can take long breath. So take 2-3 times long breath, concentrate on one point, and then perform this asana. You will not lose your balance. So this asana will give you practice of how we can balance our body. Okay. Now let's learn new asana today. New asana is Vrikshasana. Vrikshasana is explained in Gheranda Samhita. So we shall be performing this Vrikshasana as per instructions given by Gheranda Muni in Gheranda Samhita. In this asana, our body looks or resembles like a tree. Tree has root, firm roots in the ground and leaves on the top. So we have to just look perform this asana as per tree. So how we should perform this? I'll demonstrate it first. Again, this is standing asana. It's a balance asana. It will improve your postures and other benefits of Tadasana are same as that of Vrikshasana. So our leg muscles, hip muscles will be made stronger by this Vrikshasana, and it is very important for improving concentration. So how do we have to perform this? First, you have to be in the standing position. Then take your right foot, place it on the left thigh inside this. Just try to balance your body. After this, you have to bring your hand on the top, like this. This is Vrikshasana. Your feet should be as much as close possible. There should not be gap like this. I can't perform it properly, but try that there should not be gap. So if you are finding this very difficult, you can keep your leg down at this side, below your knees. That is also possible. So in beginning, you can keep legs below your knees or on the top fully, but don't keep your leg on the knees. That will create problem to the knees. So this you should avoid it. आपको आपका दाहिना पैर लेफ्ट के नीज के पास नहीं रखना है. आइडल नीचे रखो. In the beginning it's okay, but ideal posture is this one, correct? And then you have to perform like this. Afterwards, you have to repeat this with left leg. Okay, let's try for this. Very good. Perform. Nice. What about others? Half of you have not turned up your camera. Nice. Okay. Release now. Release now. Release. Bring your hands down. While exhaling, you have to bring hands down. Now repeat the asana with other side of the leg. With other leg. So normally we are righty, so we can do it with the right leg very easily. With left leg, it will be difficult, but again, we have to go on practicing. After 3-4 days practice, you can perform it with the left leg also. So you have to first balance it, take 2-3 breaths. After balancing, you can perform this asana. Release, come down. So this is Vrikshasana. One more standing asana we shall perform today, that is Urdhva Hastottanasana. Urdhva Hastottanasana. How we should perform? While inhaling, you have to bring your hands on the top and bend back as much as you can. This is Urdhva Hastottanasana. And while exhaling, you have to come back. इसके benefits बहुत सारे हैं, जैसे कि this is good for asthmatic patients. It will open your chest, and because of that, you can retain air for longer time, so that you can increase prana in your body. Correct? हम सांस को लेते हैं, लेकिन सांस लेने के बाद हमारी बॉडी ऑक्सीजन कितना एब्सॉर्ब करती है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो ऐसे आसन प्रैक्टिस से हमारी लंग्स के कैपेसिटी बढ़ेगी, जिससे हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन एब्सॉर्ब कर सकते हैं अपने बॉडी में। एक बार प्राण बढ़ेगा बॉडी में तो डेफिनेटली एवरी ऑर्गन, एवरी सिस्टम इन आवर बॉडी विल स्टार्ट फंक्शनिंग इन बेटर वे। जिन्हें वर्टिगो प्रॉब्लम है उन्हें ये नहीं करना है, जिन्हें हाई ब्लड प्रेशर है उन्हें ये नहीं करना है। इफ यू आर सीवियर बैक पेन देन ऑल्सो आपको ये नहीं करना है। Otherwise you can perform this asana. So let's start this Urdhva Hastottanasana. So all of you come in standing position, in alert position. Now while inhaling, bring your hands on top and bend back as much as you can. While exhaling, come down. Bring your hand down. Next asana we shall learn from standing is Hastapadasana. Hand to feet pose. Now I can't perform this fully, so I'll take some of yourself. Mugdha can help me in the demonstration of this. First, I'll demonstrate, then afterwards you have to do it. Now every asana, whatever you are performing, don't stress much. You should not go beyond your limit. Whatever is limit, you have to perform asana to that particular limit, and slowly, if you practice it regularly, you can improve the asana. You can do it in better way. So Hastapadasana. First, you have to bring hands up, stretch them as much as you can, and then you have to bend your body. See that your back is not bended like this. Back should remain straight. Back should remain straight. Once back is parallel to ground, just hold there for 1 or 2 breaths. Afterwards, again try to bring down, go as much as down you can, and try to touch entire palm to ground. You can keep palm near the ground. Initially, you can touch your fingers to the feet. That's okay, fine. If you can do this much, that's also okay. Slowly, there should be improvement. So try to look at the front, and once you bend completely, then you should move your neck down and try to touch your knees by your forehead. Okay, I'll request now Mugdha to perform this. Mugdha, come in alert position. All of you can watch Mugdha Gangurde. Okay. Start. So while inhaling, you have to go down. Now bring your hands, touch your hands to the feet as much as you can. Good. Now try to touch your knees by your head. Nice. Now while exhaling, come up. Release. So this is forward bending asana. You have to perform this forward bending asana. The one of the benefit of this forward bending asana is that ego kam hota hai. It is important because this is like we are surrendering ourselves to the God by forward bending, and because of this ego kam hota hai. एक बार ego kam hua to again there are many benefits to our mind, and physiological benefits are more. It gives nice tone to your abdomen, so we don't want this belly fat. So to reduce this asana will be very important. It stretches all our internal organs of the abdomen, So because of that, the digestive system will function properly. It will stretch your hamstrings muscles. So the strength power of the hamstrings that will also increase because of this asana. So all of you, now let's perform this hands to feet asana, Hastapadasana. Be ready. Inhale, bring your hands up, stretch your hands as well as you can. Now slowly while exhaling, you have to bend. Now while inhaling, bring up. Bring your hands up while inhaling. Now here again, most important is you should not have arch in your back. So don't put arch in the back. That is not allowed. That will not give you proper benefit. You have to bend from the hip, which is very important. Correct? So slowly, this will go on improving. Postures will go on improving. We have many sitting postures, supine postures, and prone postures. So all these postures every day we can't do it, we can't perform. But today we shall do one sitting posture, that is Dandasana. So let's understand how to perform Dandasana. Before that, see, this is our alert posture in standing position. So what is our rest posture in standing? Rest posture in standing is this. Just stand with 1 feet distance between leg and relax. So this is our relaxing posture in when you are standing. Okay. So in every position we have relaxing posture. Now let's understand what is our starting posture, starting position while sitting. So all of you sit down comfortably. So you have to sit in this way, legs straight in front of the body, then hands beside your buttocks. Strengthen your hands. Try to stretch your hands as much as you can, and open chest. There should not be bend. You have to sit straight. Look at the front. You should not go beyond like this. You should not go in front. Just exactly perpendicular body is required. Your body will be perpendicular to the ground. So exactly 90 degrees between your legs and body. So try to remain in this Dandasana for 10 seconds. Breathe normally. Toes stretch towards your body like this. Toes should not be like this. It should be like this. Stretch towards your body. So this is starting situation position for performing any sitting asana. Now what is relaxing? Relaxing position is legs spread in this way, hands backside, and you have to bring your neck back and relax. So this is the relaxing position of Dandasana, which is called as Shikhila Dandasana. In sitting position, this is relaxing situation, relaxing position. Okay. So all of you now perform Dandasana. Perform Dandasana. Your body should be exactly perpendicular, 90 degrees between your legs and body. Back should be straight, hands touching to the ground, spine erect. Major problems are related to the spine, so we have to take care of our spine more. So as we stretch our spine vertically, or we rotate our spine left side, right side, front, back, it will give proper exercise to all vertebra, and because of that our spine health will improve. Once spine health is improved, our whole body will function properly. Correct? So that's about the asanas today. Now let's perform Shavasana, which is required. So all of you perform Shavasana. So go in supine position, slip on your back. Perform Shavasana. Feet between, space between feet, hands little away from your body, palm facing upwards, palm facing upwards. Relax as much as you can. So our body is like a dead body now. You may be thinking of something, or you may be receiving some thoughts. Don't go on thinking on those thoughts. Let thoughts come and go away, pass away. So don't concentrate on thoughts. So try to relax your mind and body. Uttanam Shavadabhumo Shayanam Tachavasanam Shavasanam Shrantiharam Chitta Vishrantikarakam. This will relax our mind. This asana will relax our mind. Relax, be relaxed. See that your breath is normal completely. Now be ready to release Shavasana. You should not release it quickly. First, bring hands to your body, legs together. After, lay down only, lay down. You have to bring hands on top of your head. Bring hands on top of your head. Bring hands on the top of the head to the back side of your body. Just like Tadasana. You have to perform Tadasana while you are sleeping. Correct, correct. And stretch your hands as much as you can. Straight, hand should be straight. Renuka ji, hand should be straight. Okay, now straight hand as much as you can, stretch those and stretch legs down. So entire body you have to stretch. Stretch hands at the top and legs at the bottom. So stretch it as much as you can. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch as much as you can. Relax. Now relax. Bring your hands near to your wrist. Like this. You have to bring hands towards your wrist, towards your back. And then while turning left side, you have to come at the sitting position. Turn to the left. While turning left, come to the sitting position. So this stretching will give you proper exercise. Now relax. We shall perform our Shuddhi Kriya breathing exercises. So again, sit in any posture, Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, Swastikasana, Sukhasana. Be in any posture, sit in any posture, sit straight, hands in Jnana Mudra. Inhale fully, inhale, then exhale. Again, inhale, exhale. Now you are relaxed completely. We are ready for performing Kapalabhati. front cleansing, front lobe cleansing. So in Kapalabhati, we have to perform active exhalation and passive inhalation. You will not give any importance to the inhalation. Inhalation will happen automatically, but we have to perform exhalation forcefully. We have to exhale air from our lungs forcefully as much as we can. Now, while performing inhalation, exhalation, एक rhythmic sound आना चाहिए, something like that. A rhythmic sound should be there from your body. You should not move your shoulders. Shoulders ऊपर नीचे नहीं होने चाहिए. There should not be any movement of the body. Only your diaphragm will move. आपका पेट अंदर बाहर होना चाहिए बस. So diaphragm will move up down. Correct? So जैसे कि हम एक्सेल करते तो पेट पूरा अंदर जाता है, diaphragm अप होता है. So diaphragm movements we have to just observe it, which is a membrane inside our abdomen. So we can't see it from outside. We have to just understand that. Correct? So what we can do is we can see our stomach going inside. That is more important. So when you exhale, stomach should go inside, and when you inhale, stomach should come outside. So I'll perform this Kapalabhati. Please observe me. Eyes closed, hands in Jnana Mudra. First, to normal breath. Now we can start Kapalabhati by exhaling air out forcefully. So exhale करते समय हमारा पेट इतना अंदर जाना चाहिए कि we have to just think that our navel button is touching to the spine. जितना हम अंदर खींच के लेके जा सकते हैं पेट को उतना लेके जाना है. And inhaling, it will happen automatically. So always try to exhale more forcefully. That is, you have to perform in Kapalabhati. So let's perform Kapalabhati together for 20 rounds. You have to perform 20 rounds. Okay, so let's be ready. We'll start for that. So first, normal breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now start Kapalabhati by exhaling forcefully. Stop. Exhaling outside, stop. The stomach is inside. Remain in that position for 5 counts. Now inhale fully and exhale. This is Kapalabhati. Let's perform one more round of Kapalabhati. So be ready to perform. See that you will complete 20 rounds, which is minimum. We have to go up to 108 rounds of Kapalabhati. So on 15th day, we shall perform 108 rounds of Kapalabhati. Today we have to just perform 20 rounds. Okay, so start. Sit erect, spine erect. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and start Kapalabhati. Go on, go on. You have to do it 20 times. Kapadosha Vishoshin. Exhale out and stop. Inhale and exhale. This Kapalbhati is called as Kapadosha Visheshani, जिसके वजह से कफ और पित्त के बहुत सारे डिसीजेस, around about 15 diseases can be cured by rightly performing Kapalbhati. इसके बाद हमें प्राणायाम सीखना है, पर प्राणायाम की शुरुआत इमीडिएटली नहीं हो सकती. You have to first again do another kriya which is called as Anulom Vilom. Anulom Vilom. It is also called as Nadi Shuddhi. We have to clean our nadis. Of nadis means जिससे हमारा प्राण मूव होता है शरीर में. एक बार वो नाडीज क्लीन होने के बाद हम प्राणायाम कर सकते हैं. प्राणस्य दम्भसे सर्वं त्रिदेवे यत् प्रतिष्ठितं मातेव पुत्रान् रक्षस्व सृष्ट प्रज्ञाश्च विधेहि नयति. प्राण जो हमारी बॉडी में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, जो हमारी बॉडी की रक्षा करता है, उसे हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा कैसे प्रोलॉन्ग करें अपने बॉडी में, वो हमें प्राणायाम सिखाता है. So we'll start practicing pranayam after 4-5 days once we have practiced with Kapalbhati and Anulom Vilom, that is Nadi Shuddhi Kriya. So right now we shall perform Nadi Shuddhi Kriya. How to perform Nadi Shuddhi Kriya? We have to keep our left hand in Jnana Mudra, right hand in Nasika Mudra or Pranav Mudra. 2 fingers will be bent, thumb and last 2 fingers will be straight. Afterwards, you have to just close your right nostril and you have to inhale through left. You can continue inhaling procedure for 5 counts. Means मन ही मन में आपको 5 काउंट बोलने हैं और I will count it for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this much time you have to go on inhaling. See, if your lung capacity is not proper, then you cannot inhale it for longer time. You can inhale it for very small time, but that will create problem later on. So we have to prolong this time. We should able to inhale for longer time and exhale for longer time. Correctly as per text of Hatha Yoga Pratika, our exhalation time should be double than long inhalation time. यानी अगर आप 5 काउंट तक इनहेल करते हो तो 10 काउंट तक आपको एक्सेल करना है, बट ये हमें धीरे धीरे आएगा. First we'll inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. So first you have to inhale from left, exhale from right, then inhale from right and exhale from left. So we are doing it for equal time first. Let us perform 10 rounds of Anulom Vilom. So be ready, you can perform along with me. Close your right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale from left. Close left nostril. Exhale out through right. Then inhale through right. Close right and exhale through left. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 5. Inhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Bring your hands down. Now, जब मैं stop बोलता हूं तो see that आपका last exhalation जो हुआ वो left nostril से होना चाहिए. यानी how we start? We inhale from left, then exhale through right, then we inhale through right and exhale through left. This complete is one cycle of your Anulom Vilom. So always you have to stop after completing one round. So inhale, exhale, again inhale, exhale. This completes one round. So whenever I say stop, if your this last step is not completed, you have to complete it and then you have to stop. Always stop after exhaling through left nostril. हमारे शरीर में 3 नाड़ियां हैं जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. उन्हें ईडा, पिंगला और सुषुम्ना बोलते हैं. प्राण ईडा और पिंगला नाड़ी से मूव होता है एंड इट जस्ट मूव्स इन आवर बॉडी. जब हमारी कुंडलिनी जागृत होती है तो इन बिटवीन जो नाड़ी है सुषुम्ना वो काम करना चालू होती है और उससे हमारा प्राण ऊपर सहस्त्रार तक अच्छी तरह से मूव होता है. So there are many spiritual benefits of doing this Anulom Vilom. We'll understand those slowly. So basically, we have to see that our both nostrils are functioning properly. For pranayam, this is very important. So, what are the precautions for pranayam, or what are the preparatory practices for pranayam? Those are you have to perform Kapalabhati, Anulom Vilom first. You have to make your nadis clean. There should not be any blockage in the nadis, and of course, to perform all those kriyas, your stomach, bladder, and bowel should be empty. So, after your lunch or dinner, after 4 hours, you can perform all this practice. And again, very important, after performing this practice for half an hour, you should not eat anything. It's also important. All these are mentioned in the text. So we have to follow this, otherwise you'll not get proper benefit of all those things, and sometimes in fact you will be in the problem. So to avoid those difficulties or to gain the maximum benefit, we have to follow the precautions mentioned by our ancestors and the particular texts which are famous throughout the world. Patanjali, Yoga Sutra, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and Gherenda Samhita. These are our proper texts which you have to follow in Yoga Shastra, in Yoga studies. So after performing this pranayam, now we shall conclude for our today's session. We'll go on learning more pranayam. There are 4 more pranayams which I shall explain in this particular course. And if you like this course, we can continue even after 15 days. No problem. So it all depends on your interest. So I'll be happy to continue the course even after 15 days. So let's conclude the session. Sit straight, eyes closed. Inhale, exhale. Hands in Dhyana Mudra. We'll chant for Om 3 times. Yesterday I showed how to pronounce Om. Om is made up of A-U-M, A-U-M. You have to pronounce A for 2 seconds, O for 3 seconds, and Makar for 5 seconds. Correct? So pronunciation of that should be for longer times. So let's start chanting of Om 3 times. Inhale. शांति शांति शांति। prayer. ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सिट काम, प्रार्थना के भाव आपके शरीर में आत्मसात होने दे। See that your mind is relaxed completely. Bring your hands together, rub them, keep palms on face, gently massage face, neck, and open your eyes. Slowly, gently. Smile on face, because all this we have to perform with smiling. There should not be any tension. And always remember, you have to perform every asana as per your limitation. Of course, there should be improvement day by day, and that will happen only when you try for it. If you don't try, then there won't be any improvement. So you have to try for improvement also. Now we shall perform Parvatasana in sitting position. So hands, join your hands in Parvatasana. Exhale, bend left, straight, again right, come straight. Now we shall perform Sharanagat Mudra. So come down, try to bring hands to the ground. Sharanagat Mudra. Will surrender ourselves to Supreme God, Mother Nature. We should thank our parents, our gurus, and God. Come up while inhaling. Come up. Stand now. Come in standing position and perform Vrikshasana. Hari Om. Thank you all of you for joining this session. आपका दिन मंगलमय हो। सेशन की हम समाप्ति करते हैं। हरि। Tomorrow at same time 7 o'clock